evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist AJ Willie.
And I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leaf here. We have a wonderful show. It's the first day of October. It's kind of a spooky kind of day because we're getting spooked by these 90-degree temperatures.
Day 27 of 90 degrees or higher here in Tallahassee. The count continues to grow. Looks like we could easily get up into the 30s with the way our 7 days looking. So that is definitely something that's been sticking around, and it looks like it's going to continue to stick around.
No, it's summertime temperatures, and we're in fall. Fall started on the 22nd of September, and it's October now, and it's still feeling like summer. Welcome to Florida, folks.
Yep. Well, at least we're not having to deal with those afternoon showers and thunderstorms for most of the 7-day forecast ahead. Kind of like we did last night. Those were pretty aggressive.
You were telling me about you were at home and you saw a lightning strike knock out your tower.
I was watching the storm as any weather nerd would, and out of my window I saw lightning actually strike one of the power lines down my street, and it kind of, I guess, blew up, and then power went out, and I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Well, this is Tallahassee. With any little bit of rain, power goes out. There were power outages around Tallahassee yesterday, but power has been restored as of that. We're not going to see anything as strong tonight, thankfully, but you never know.
Yeah, could see some more showers in the forecast for tomorrow as well, but then as I alluded to earlier, looking like the rest of the week is going to remain dry here in Tallahassee. But with those drier temperatures means higher temperatures.
Yeah, definitely. But right now we're going to send it over to the roof with Jennifer for a live look.
Hi, I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins here on the roof of the Love Building at about 5 p.m. this afternoon. For FSU weather, tonight's show will keep the rain chances in the mix heading through tomorrow. About a 40% chance of rain. The highs will stay in the 90s, so it's going to be a hot one. We'll even see heat indexes into hundreds for most of the Big Bend region. For the remainder of the week, a high pressure system will come into the area, giving us lower rain chances for the Big Bend region. However, with those lower rain chances, we'll see the higher temperatures into the 90s for most of the Big Bend region. For the rest of the remainder of the week, we'll keep lows in the mid-70s with a chance of some isolated thunderstorms. However, we'll only really see a 10% chance heading throughout the rest of the week. Your headlines for tonight's show: lower rain chances for the remainder of the week. However, we will see the higher temperatures into the 90s for most of the area. We'll even give you a look at Rosa heading into the southwest in our national forecast. But with here from the roof of the Love Building, I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins here with 4 FSU weather.
Thank you for that live look, Jennifer. Right now, though, in Tallahassee, if you look at that time lapse for today, you can see all those clouds moving into our area and moving out for a clear sky before our sunset. It was a beautiful day. There was not a speck of rain. It was a great day, no afternoon showers at all. Currently, it is 89 degrees and partly cloudy in Tallahassee. We did break 90 like Dylan and AJ said, day 27 of the 90s, and we'll see if that continues throughout our week. Currently, like I said, Tallahassee, you're at 89. Bainbridge, you are at 90. Apalachicola, you're a little cooler because you got that sea breeze. We are all around that 90 to 80 degree range. And those dew points are in the mid to high 60s, except Apalachicola, you got that sea breeze and the moist air from the ocean, so it's going to be a little higher. But if you notice today, it didn't really feel like the 90 we are used to, because if you walked outside, since those dew points aren't that high, it felt not as wet in the air, which is awesome because that's what I've been used to at least. The heat index, though, was very high. We felt like 94 degrees today, which is very hot. In Apalachicola, you felt like 95, just like us. It is still very hot. Make sure you stay hydrated because these hot temperatures, you don't realize you are getting dehydrated. If you look at that satellite and radar, you can see that we've got some rain over in the west from Hurricane Rosa. That is causing a lot of rain over there, and we got a lot of rain from all over the states, and we can see those scattered showers over by Tallahassee. Like I said, if you take a look, those scattered showers didn't reach us today, but they are coming tomorrow afternoon. We stayed pretty dry for today, which was awesome. You can see that forecast for later tonight. It's going to be partly cloudy tonight. We could expect a little rain tomorrow afternoon, just like those normal Florida afternoon weather patterns that we usually get. There's 40% chance of showers for tomorrow afternoon, which is very expected. Bring your umbrella just in case you get stuck in that rain shower walking out of class in the afternoon. But for tonight, you can expect 74 in Tallahassee. It's going to be a nice one. Take that nightly stroll with your dog. Take your dog on a walk. It's not going to be raining tonight like it was last night, but tomorrow, day 28 of 90s. Woohoo! Just because it's October does not mean it is feeling like October yet here in Tallahassee. You could expect some thunderstorms in the afternoon, like I said, so bring your rain jacket so you can stay dry. For the marine forecast, though, if you want to go to the beach tomorrow, it may be a nice day. It's going to be feeling like 89. You're going to have a little bit of winds. It's not going to be too choppy, so if you want to go to the beach on a Tuesday afternoon, I recommend it. It's going to be a very nice day. Just make sure you wear lots of sunscreen. And we can see this national map again. This front is bringing lots of rain all over where we are. And for the 7-day, 90s again. You can see it is going to be a hot week ahead of us. But for right now, AJ is going to talk about the southeast with us.
Thank you, Ariana. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the southeast here. If you take a look at what's going on over around New Orleans, Jackson, Shreveport area, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. But then if you go ahead and look over here in the Sunshine State, temperatures easily up into the upper 80s and into the lower 90s. Tallahassee sitting at 89 degrees. Tampa sitting at 91 degrees. A couple rain showers in Orlando, cooling them off into the upper 70s. Dew points are still very high for this time of year. 77-degree dew point in New Orleans, extremely uncomfortable over there. 71-degree dew point in Jackson and 72-degree dew point in Shreveport. A little bit less of humidity that we're seeing here in Tallahassee, which is a little bit of a nice relief compared to what we've been seeing. And you can see that here with that relative humidity, only 52% here in Tallahassee, 87% in Orlando. That's because they are getting that rain shower moving through their area, 74% in New Orleans and 65% in Jackson, Mississippi. Those upper level water vapor, just an idea of how much water vapor is available throughout the atmosphere, will contribute to those rain showers. You can see here based on this upper level water map, and then when I switch over to the radar here, you can see that all of those areas with a lot of upper level water vapor are contributing to some showers and storms moving through the southeastern part of Texas and into Louisiana. And then you can see also in the eastern portion of the Florida Panhandle, they are getting some showers and storms. If I zoom on in here, even some heavy showers similar to what we were seeing last night here in Tallahassee. Not expecting any of those showers and storms to make their way into our region though later tonight. And here you can see those showers and storms throughout the Houston area, moving into parts of Louisiana as well. Your futurecast here as we get throughout Monday evening, skies look to clear up mostly throughout much of the southeast. Just a few scattered showers and storms will remain as we get into your Tuesday. A few more scattered showers and thunderstorms will make their way into the afternoon hours throughout much of the southeast. For tonight, looking at temperatures remaining well above average once again, 77 degrees in New Orleans, 74 here in Tallahassee, 77 degrees in Tampa, and look down there at Key West, 81 degrees for an overnight low. Those are just miserable overnight temperatures. For tomorrow, looking at temperatures once again in the upper 80s to lower 90s throughout much of the southeast. 88 degrees expected in New Orleans and Shreveport, 90 degrees in Montgomery, 89 here in Tallahassee, easily getting up into the lower 90s in Tampa, and could see some more scattered showers and storms throughout much of the southeast. Now I'm actually going to send things back over to the desk with Dylan and Michael.
Thanks, AJ. So now since we turned the page of the calendar to October, that's the time of the year we start thinking about fall foliage, right?
Well, I mean, it is fall. We're in the fall season, and you want some fall leaves? Well, we're going to tell you a little bit about how leaves fall.
Yeah, so all these trees, they have leaves, and the leaves contain chlorophyll.
Yeah, you got to go back to your middle school biology class to remember what chlorophyll is. It's a chemical in leaves that gives them their color, right?
Yeah, and these chlorophyll, they build up as we get more sunlight and longer daylight hours in the summertime.
Gotcha. Seeing a lot of sunlight here in Tallahassee over the summer, so we've got some pretty green leaves.
Yeah, then as we go into September, that's when the sunlight hours become shorter. We get less hours of sunlight, and also it starts to get cooler. That breaks down that chlorophyll. And that results in those colors.
Hey, there's some pretty colors, but they do indicate that the leaves are not as healthy in terms of producing a lot of oxygen and stuff, but that's not a big deal. It's still beautiful to look at.
Yeah, so now since we've, over the last few years and over the last decade or so, we've been warmer than average across a lot of the U.S. That's resulted in times where you get the chlorophyll breaking down later than they usually do. So So more of like in October rather than in September.
Yeah, a lot of wet season too are not favorable conditions for those leaves. When they need the dry, sunny conditions to really strengthen up, and then the dry conditions and clear and less sunny.
Dry, cool conditions really help in terms of producing those wonderful colors like orange and yellow. Also, the wetter than average conditions up towards the mid-Atlantic, that might honestly inhibit those beautiful colors in like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, down towards DC.
Yeah, it's not the best conditions for leaves in terms of fall, but will see leaves fall and change colors as usual. Nothing too bad, but that means there's going to be less this year than in past years.
Yeah, the time is going to be shorter, and it's also going to be later than it usually is in the past few years. So expect that if you are wanting to head to like the Southern Appalachians or up towards the Adirondacks to see those nice, beautiful colors.
Yeah, but hey, fall's here, and we're not looking for cooler temperatures here in Tallahassee. We are looking for cooler temperatures elsewhere. Right now, we're going to send it over to the wall with the local 2.
Thank you, Michael and Dylan. Again, you can see we are at that 27th day where we've reached above 90 degrees. Currently in Tallahassee, it is 89 degrees. We have some clouds passing by, causing these partly cloudy conditions, and then light winds about 8 miles per hour from the east-northeast. And if we look around the Big Bend region, you're going to see that we have Perry and Valdosta, very cool. You see there were some showers in these regions that have caused those lower temperatures. But as we head west towards Tallahassee, we reach 89 in Tallahassee, 87 in Apalachicola, and 90 up there in Bainbridge. And then a bit drier, though, than what we've been seeing lately. Dew points in the high 60s for some cities in the region, while Apalachicola and Perry are a bit higher since they do get that moisture onshore due to the coastal breeze and stuff. And our heat index, you can see that it is hot. Again, Perry sticking true to its true temperature, about 86. But then Valdosta sticking true as well at 78. But as we go west again, Tallahassee 94 and Apalachicola a hot 95. And then again, here is that stationary front sitting over half the country right now, causing these showers to move south a bit and it causing us to have a definite increase in rain going into tomorrow. And then here again in Tallahassee, those showers are moving west a bit, but none actually reaching us currently. And then you see where Valdosta and Perry were receiving those showers to cause them to cool down a bit. And there are some coastal showers well around Panama City, but dry for the most part in the center of our region. And then going into tonight, you're going to see that we do clear up. We are going to have those partly cloudy skies, but we're still following that summertime pattern of the showers clearing up at night. And then going into tomorrow morning, cloud cover does return. Low chance of precipitation in the morning, but just make sure you have that umbrella with you just because it is Florida and it is technically summer for us still. And then going into about tomorrow afternoon, cloud cover does return, and so do those showers. By tomorrow afternoon, there's a 40% chance of afternoon showers. So again, as Ariana said, keep that umbrella with you, have your rain jacket with you as well. Tonight, partly cloudy conditions, light winds again 5 miles per hour with a low of 74. And then looking for the rest of our region, you're going to see that not a clear sky in sight, a lot of cloud cover throughout the region, but then Perry and Apalachicola do have that chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, but again, they do get that sea breeze and those coastal showers as well. And then tomorrow, we're going to have about a high of 90, so again, day 28, and then afternoon thunderstorms, again, light winds 6 miles per hour. Most of the region is sticking around the high 80s with Bainbridge reaching above 91, but I expect the rest of the region to also get above 90 as well. And then if we look at our 7-day forecast, you see we have a very high chance of rain tomorrow, but temperatures are sticking in the 90s for the region, but we do see those lows in the 60s later in the week. I'm going to pass it back now to Dylan.
Thank you very much, Sloan. We're going to take a look at a national look. You can kind of see where this stalled out front of boundary is. You have these 68-degree temperatures in Chicago, Memphis at 82 degrees, but behind that front you have 50-degree temperatures in Minneapolis. Look at the contours, the colors, and the change of colors on the map. Look at the color difference right here. Clearly see where that front is located right now. And if we show the dew point, it's kind of clear as well. Not as well defined because you do have drier air out west. But you do see this boundary where there's this green color indicating a bit more moisture, and then the white color indicating drier conditions behind that frontal system, but it has stalled out as of now. And you can look, the wind's not working right now, but our satellite radar shows where this low pressure system is driving a little bit of showers up to the northeast of where the low is. But then you do have the styled out boundary that's stretched around most of the east coast or the central part of the United States. Moving down, you do have some shower activity in the southeast. And then we're going to talk about Rosa in just a little bit. Look at this water vapor though. A lot of water vapor associated with Rosa, and then a lot of water vapor also associated with this low pressure system. Those are going to be the two systems that are in focus for this week. And as we look at our Rosa, tropical storm Rosa as of now, 40-mile-per-hour winds. Look at where the eye of this tropical storm is located. Look how far south that's it. That's due to that dry air moving in and inhibiting a lot of shower activity farther south of the eye, but farther north you have a lot more shower activity. That's why you're seeing rain into the U.S. and parts of Mexico as of now. And then looking on over to the track, you're going to see it continues to weaken into a low pressure system by Tuesday. But the good thing, it's moving into this part of the country because look at our drought monitor is going to show this place needs some rain. The southwest really does need some rain. So with these showers, you're going to see a lot of good conditions. But because they haven't seen a lot of rain, we have these flash flood watches that are in the area. We also do have a high surf advisory over on the coast of Los Angeles and California. But again, rain, a good thing, but also causing some flood watches as well. Moving up into that low pressure system, as it moves eastward, you're going to start to see a severe risk come into the picture tomorrow. A slight risk and a marginal risk for the northeast as that storm moves eastward, but most of the rest of the country is staying relatively clear in terms of severe weather. But this is the area you're going to want to watch storms. A level 2 out of 5 on the severe scale. Some possible severe storms, but not too long. The main threat with this one is rain and wind. And then going into tonight's forecast, front still sitting there just a bit, can see where it's located. But rain associated along that boundary as well. Detroit seeing 54 degrees. Nice blue conditions in the northern part of the country. Down in the southeast, though, we're seeing warmer conditions tonight, but clearer skies than we've seen today. And out west, seeing a little bit of rain with the Rosa moving up north. And then tomorrow, typical pattern, you do have this cool spot over here with all that rain moving up, and then the frontal boundary moving not much and just sticking around, but we do have the severe weather threat again in the northeast. Now let's send it over to the desk with Ariana and Sloan.
You know, last night we did get that surprise thunderstorm that we all heard in all of our apartment complexes.
Yes, I enjoyed that. I haven't heard a storm like that for a while. It was fun, like AJ said.
Jennifer
I was watching it also.
Stuck out there in the rain during her IM games last night.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, we want to talk about lightning safety tips. That is really important, especially for living in Florida. Again, being outdoors is not safe for anybody, so immediately if you can hear thunder, there is lightning close by, so make sure you take shelter immediately.
Yes, the lightning comes first before the thunder, so if you hear the thunder, there is lightning. Like Sloan said, take shelter. A place that is safe, though, that is a hereby myth, but a fact, is cars are safe from lightning, as well as your houses.
Yeah,
but cars, if you're in a car, you're fine. No worries about that.
Try to avoid those concrete buildings, and then also you want to avoid outdoors just in general. Don't take shelter under a tree, a cliff, or anything like that, because lightning is attracted to those higher heights.
Yes.
That's why, you know, you always hear about Benjamin Franklin kites, because lightning is attracted to very high heights. So again, if you're on a high elevation, make sure that you go down to the surface of wherever you are.
And like Sloan said, you want to stay away from trees because they could get struck by lightning and then fall. That actually happened in my dad's car once. Thank God he was not in that car. But lightning is a very serious thing. It's very good to be safe with that. Also, if you are like in your house, you want to stay away from like the objects that are plugged into the wall, because a circuit could blow if lightning is like struck from your like nearby or like on your house. Like could blow a circuit, and then the electricity could travel through the cord and possibly strike you.
We all know that water isn't safe at all, so if you are at the beach, on a boat, or anywhere out near water, make sure you leave it immediately. Take shelter in your car, take shelter in your house if you happen to live at the beach, but make sure you leave like any premise near water.
Yes. If you like to watch the storms, make sure you're doing it safely
from a distance.
From a distance, because we all like weather here. Just make sure you're being safe about it, as always.
And now we're going to pass it back to Michael in the studio.
Yeah. Thanks, Ariana and Sloan. So even though we started October today, it still feels like summer in a lot of Florida. Just like in Key West, you can see Some of these clouds are moving throughout the day. That's just due to the daytime heating. But now clear skies over Key West just before 6:30 down there. Now temperatures across the state of Florida, you can see 78 in Orlando. That's because they have some rain in the area cooling the temperatures down. Also cooler in Jacksonville, 80. You can see there's a lot of rain out towards Jacksonville. 89 in Tallahassee. They did get up to 90 degrees today once again. Now dew points, a lot of us are in the 70s in terms of our dew points. The one place not as a 70-degree dew point is Tallahassee, but it is very muggy across the entire state of Florida and still feeling like it's the middle of summer. Now satellite and radar, you can see we do have some scattered shower activity across the state. Most of it is up towards Jacksonville, but a lot of this shower activity across the state is fueled by the Atlantic sea breeze. Let's zoom into South Florida first. Now, it is much drier across South Florida today. That's because the upper levels are a little bit drier, and we also have a ridge just offshore. That's limiting a lot of the shower activity across South Florida. Now, going into tomorrow, we can't rule out a stray sea breeze shower or thunderstorm, and temperatures will be right around 90 degrees in most of South Florida. Now, up towards northeast Florida, you can see a lot of shower activity in St. Augustine and in Ponte Vedra Beach with some heavier pockets of rain just west of I-95. But as we go into tomorrow, we are expecting still some thunderstorms, but not as high as a rain chance as we did today, as the ridge from the Atlantic starts building in and dries St. Augustine, Jacksonville, and Palm Coast out a little bit tomorrow. Now out towards the Panhandle, you don't see much shower activity, just one shower just off the shore of Panama City, but it is mainly dry across the Panhandle today. Going into tomorrow, similar story, just with the sea breeze, you might get a stray shower or thunderstorm, but temperatures will heat up rather quickly to around 90 degrees. If you get that shower or thunderstorm earlier, you might not hit 90 degrees. Going into tonight's forecast across Florida, you can see we will have a stray shower or thunderstorm early, but those clouds will begin to dissipate and we'll have mostly clear skies when you start out your Tuesday morning with temperatures really warm for this time of year, still in the middle 70s, so feeling like summer still in Florida. Now going into tomorrow, you see we do have some thunderstorms possible, but don't expect many thunderstorms as we had the last few days. That's because of that ridge up towards the southeast that started building in the northern part of Florida, so those rain chances will begin to drop. Usually the typical rain chance is right around 30 to 40%, but look at those temperatures still around 90 degrees in a lot of Florida. Now let's send it off to AJ to wrap it up with our local forecast.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a live look at what's going on over top of Doak Campbell Stadium right now. Not a cloud in the sky except for maybe a few upper level cirrus clouds if you really want to get picky, but it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous sunset for us ahead and a beautiful night for us ahead here in Tallahassee as well. Currently around the region, looking at 89 degrees in Tallahassee. Hotspot is Bainbridge, looking at 90 degrees, looking at 86 degrees in both Thomasville and Quincy. A little bit cooler in Valdosta and Perry because they saw a couple early evening showers pass through. Those dew points are still on the higher end of the spectrum with 69 degrees here in Tallahassee. Not those mid-70 dew points that we saw for about the past, it feels like 4 months, but a little bit more comfortable here in Tallahassee. 74 degree dew point in Perry and Apalachicola and 73 degrees in Valdosta. When you combine that dew point and those actual temperature, you get this fancy formula that comes up with the heat index, and that pretty much tells you how it's feeling outside. Tallahassee at 94 degrees right now, so it's still very warm outside. 86 degree in Perry and 78 in Valdosta. That is due to those showers that move through the area, keeping their actual temperature and their dew point temperature pretty close to each other. 89 degree heat index in Thomasville. Satellite radar here shows that stalled out front draped across the entire Central Plains, moving into the upper mid-Atlantic, bringing some rain showers north of that stalled out front. And you can see Rosa down there to our southwest, bringing some rain to the much needed areas of the desert southwest, and just a few scattered showers here in our neck of the woods. But if I zoom on in here, you can see remaining mostly dry throughout Tallahassee. Just a couple showers moving to our south and our east, moving off of the coast, expecting things to remain on the mostly dry side for us here tonight. You can see that here on your futurecast as we get into the overnight hours for your Tuesday. Just a few passing clouds here or there. Waking up Wednesday morning, temperatures will once again be well above average in the low to mid 70s, and just a slight chance for a scattered shower or two. As we get into the afternoon hours of Tuesday, looking at just a few scattered showers and storms making their way into the Tallahassee area. Not expecting any widespread showers and storms, just a chance for an isolated shower here or there. If you're heading out and about tonight, looking at temperatures easily into the mid-70s, 74 degrees here in Tallahassee, and those partly cloudy skies, so it's going to be a gorgeous night to head out for a walk around campus or any other activities that you have planned. Around our region, temperatures easily into the low to mid-70s throughout the entirety of our region, with 74 degrees here in Tallahassee and St. Mark's, 72 degrees in Monticello, and 70 in Thomasville and Valdosta. For tomorrow, looking at 89 degrees here in Tallahassee, but based on the last 27 days, I'm expecting us to hit that 90-degree mark. 88 degrees in Thomasville and 88 degrees in Valdosta for tomorrow. If you're heading out to the beach tomorrow, looking at 89 degrees for your air temperature, 84 degrees for your water temperature, and just a scattered shower or thunderstorm is possible. Your 7-day forecast here on 4FSU weather, looking at 89 degrees for your Tuesday, and then the 90s return with 90 degrees expected for your Wednesday, 91 for your Thursday, 91 for your Friday and Saturday as well, with mostly sunny skies. I'm going to send things over to the desk with Ariana and Sloan to wrap up the show.
Thank you, AJ. I think I'm going to agree with you on that one. Based on the last 27 days, I think tomorrow, even though it says 89, I think it's going to hit 90 based on these patterns and like what we're looking at the next few days.
I really believe that too. You know, it's been a very hot summer here in Tallahassee, a hot start to fall as well. October is not going to be any different. Expect those hot temperatures to resume. But there was some relief in sight. There are some lows in the high 60s, something we really haven't seen yet. A real first taste of fall in Tallahassee there, 68 and 69.
Getting a little spooky too. Yeah. Looking at those 60s. Wow, that's something we haven't seen for a long time here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's drying out too. We see 10% chance of rain going, especially into the weekend. Hopefully no surprise showers next weekend like how we had last night.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
But this weekend looks like a nice weekend to be outside, and this week as well. Maybe I'll walk to class more instead of taking the bus because it is too hot to walk anywhere in Tallahassee.
Very true. But this weekend, it looks like it's a nice weekend. We have an away game. So it's going to be a very chill weekend here in Tallahassee. You can go to Cascades, take a walk at Cascades. Enjoy your nice weekend. There's not going to be any rain right now as what it looks like. So.
But still expect it to remain hot.
Very hot.
Stay hydrated, and tomorrow make sure you have that umbrella on you, and make sure to follow us on Twitter /FSU Weather.
Yes, and also like us on Facebook. You can see all these weathercasts, those social media updates on Facebook.
And on YouTube, you can catch us live at youtube.com/FSUweather/live, and follow us on Instagram @FSUweather.
Yes, we want to see your cool weather pictures. Tag us on those weather pictures on Instagram.
And send us any questions you might have. Again, with FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes.
And I'm student meteorologist Ariana Goldstein. Stay classy, planet Earth.